Network marketing is one of the few professions where most people already have a strong opinion before they ever try to understand how it actually works. What's interesting is that these opinions are rarely formed through real analysis. They are shaped by impressions, by things people have heard, and by moments that stayed emotional rather than factual. Over time, those impressions turn into a general narrative, and that narrative becomes hard to question. That's why network marketing is often judged emotionally, and once something is judged emotionally, logic alone rarely changes the picture. In this episode, I want to go deeper than surface explanations. I want to explain why network marketing feels so difficult for so many people, where that difficulty really comes from, and how it can be approached in a way that is clear, human, and sustainable. Why network marketing is often not seen as a real business. When people think of a real business, they usually imagine something concrete. They can clearly see that is being sold, who the customer is, and how value is created. Even if they don't like the business, they can at least understand how it works. With network marketing, many people never get that picture. What they often see first is the invitation, the recruiting message, or the social media side of the business. When the first thing someone notices is the opportunity instead of the value being delivered, confusion sets in very quickly. And when something feels unclear, most people label it as risky or unprofessional. On top of that, network marketing carries a reputation shaped by years of emotional experiences. Some people remember exaggerated income promises. Others remember uncomfortable conversations or seeing someone join without real guidance and later walk away disappointed. These experiences don't stay attached to one company or one individual. They become attached to the entire category. So when someone hears network marketing, they are not evaluating the business model in front of them. They are reacting to a mental shortcut that has already been formed. This is why resistance often exists before any real conversation even begins. Not because people fully understand the model and reject it, but because they never clearly saw where the real business happens. Quick side note. If you want a clear foundation for understanding network marketing beyond surface opinions, my book Moonshot goes deeper into how this industry actually works when it's built with structure, standards, and a long-term thinking. It's written for people who want clarity, not hype. You'll find the link below. Alright, let's continue. Another reason network marketing feels difficult has nothing to do with intelligence or motivation. It has to do with personality. This profession is often associated with extroversion, visibility, and constant interaction. This creates the impression that success depends on how outgoing someone is and how comfortable they are initiating conversations. Extroverted personalities often feel at ease in the beginning. Talking to people, sharing ideas, and being visible can feel natural to them, and early rejection doesn't anyways hit them deeply. Introverted personalities experience this very differently. They usually process internally, reflect before they speak, and look for conversations that have meaning instead of volume. Trust for them is built through consistency and authenticity over time, not through constant exposure. Psychologically, introverts are not weaker in network marketing. In many cases, they build more stable and loyal relationships. The real difficulty begins when introverted people believe they need to behave like extroverts to succeed. Acting against one's natural tendencies requires energy, and over time, that energy is depleted. What follows is frustration, self-doubt, and the feeling that something wrong with them, even though the real issue is the approach, not the person. The fear of stressing your environment. One of the strongest emotional barriers in network marketing is the fear of involving one's personal environment. Many people immediately think that building this business means pressuring friends, family, or colleagues. This assumption alone stops countless people before they ever take the first step. The fear is understandable because personal relationships carry emotional responsibility. Nobody wants to be judged, misunderstood, or seen as opportunistic. What's often overlooked is that pressure does not come from relationship themselves. It comes from intention. A healthy approach does not start with convincing people close to you. It starts with being transparent about what you are building, sharing your journey without expectations, and allowing others to decide whether they want to know more. When intention is clean, relationships remain intact. But why all this feels overwhelming at once? What makes network marketing feel especially difficult is that all of these factors usually appear at the same time. People are dealing with a confusing public image, personality mismatches, social pressure, and often a lack of clear guidance. Without structure, every reaction feels personal. Every setback feels like a judgment. This is not a confidence problem, it's a clarity and structure problem. But let me give you a practical way to approach the business. The solution to these challenges is not more motivation or louder messaging. It's a different way of approaching the business. The first step is separating your personal credibility from the reputation of the profession. You cannot control how network marketing is perceived as a whole, but you can control how you show up. When your communication is clear, realistic, and consistent, people respond to you instead of reacting to the label. The second step is building in alignment with your personality. Extroverts need structure to stay focused. Introverts needs permission to build depth instead of volume. Progress becomes sustainable when the process fits how you naturally think and communicate. The third step is removing pressure by changing intention. When the goal is to convince, pressure appears automatically. When the goal is to share and observe, pressure disappears. Conversations become lighter and relationships stay intact. The fourth step is reducing overwhelming by narrowing focus. Instead of trying to master everything at once, approach the business in layers. First, understand the model. Then, learn to communicate it simply. Then, practice calm, pressure-free conversations. This is how network marketing becomes workable instead of overwhelming. Let's recap quickly. So, when network marketing feels difficult, it's rarely because of lack of ability. It feels difficult because perception, psychology, and social dynamics overlap in a way that few other industries experience. Understanding this allows people to stop blaming themselves and start building with intention and structure. All right, that's where I leave it. Thanks for taking the time to really think this through with me. If it helped you see network marketing with more clarity, feel free to subscribe, turn on notification, and stay connected for the next episodes. And if this made you think of someone who's skeptical or unsure about this profession, just send this video to them. I'll see you in the next one.